group of guys who understands, what's at stake. Coach explained to us earlier that, Kansas State has a history of losing it in the Elite Eight, after some big time wins. So, we just got to focus on, one team, and that's Florida Atlantic, and, locking into personnel and, focusing for 40 minutes because it's going to be another dogfight.
Markquis, how's the ankle feeling today, and how much work have you had to do, trainers getting ready for it?
My ankle feels good. It feels about 85 to 90%, back. I've been doing treatment and rehab all night, so yeah.
What's involved in that treatment and rehab?
Bunch of ice, bunch of elevation, bunch of movement, sleep.
Did you get out and practice today?
Yeah, I moved around a little bit.
Did you hear from Carmelo or anybody? Did you get messages from him or those guys last night? How many text messages would you say you got last night?
Man, I saw Carmelo after the game in Cayenne.
What did he say?
He called my name and was like, "Good job." He patted his chest and was like, "Good job." And I did it back. But he's been a supporter of me, from day one and since we was working out and, the Mellow Gym together right around the corner. But I haven't been able to catch up to everything. I'm sure I will, at some point. But yeah, it's just been nothing but love.
Any idea, like roughly how many text messages you got?
I had like 200, 300 text messages. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy, but it's a blessing from God.
Keith, when you see this, what's your reaction, man?
Man, that's beautiful. That's amazing. That's something I dreamed of, in my earlier days in high school. I always dreamed of, coming back to New York and, putting on, for the city. To be on a newspaper feels surreal.
Markquis, you said earlier in the week that growing up you looked up to guys like Kemba Walker, Isaiah Briscoe. What about their games did you really admire?
Just they will, they passion, just how they play the game. Every player, in New York kind of plays similar with that flash and that grittiness. Kemba actually, wrote me and called me, 2 days ago, and just told me to keep my foot on the gas, keep applying pressure and don't let up. So that gave me some added motivation because I looked up to him when he made that tournament run. So it's just cool to see.
What gives New York point guards that flash, that grittiness?
Just being in this environment. You have to be tough. You have to be, hard as tough as nails, in order to get on the court. A lot of people doubt you coming out of New York City. They say New York City point guards can't shoot, or they have that stigma of not listening, or stuff like that. I feel like me, Kemba, guys who made it to the NBA out of New York are switching that, and we showing the world that New York City point guards are really good.
Did Shaheen Holloway offer you when he was at St. Peter's, and what was his message, and why did you pick Arkansas over St. Peter's?
When Shaheen got the job, I was the first person that he reached out to. I took an unofficial visit to St. Peter's, and he was like, "Man, I want you to join my team." I'm a point guard. I know what point guard is supposed to do. He's always been believing in me since day one. So it was just cool to see that he believed in me. But I had a different route. It was nothing about St. Peter's or him that made me not want to go there. I just felt like being at Arkansas Little Rock was better for my career.
What did you think about his success?